I'm Marianne from Your Roo and You Baby Wearing Consultancy, and I'm going to show you how to use a ring sling with a brand new newborn. So what you're going to do, I've already got it threaded. We'll show you how to do that in a different video. But what you're going to do is before you put your ring sling on, you want to size it to your body. So you'll put the rings at the pit of your shoulder and put your hand in the sling fabric at your hip, just to make sure you have enough room for your baby. And this is actually probably a little bit much, so I'm just going to pull a little bit. Maybe a little more. Okay. So once I've tightened, I might have lost my nice even spreading, so I'm just going to put my fingers between, open the rings, find my edges, and I'm going to fan the fabric out so that it's nice and spread. There we go. And then I'm going to set it on the rings and through to make sure that it stays fanned out so I can see my edges. Okay, so now I'm going to think, what shoulder do I want my rings on? Newborns are worn center, tummy to tummy, just right here. So it's not so much a matter of what side do I want my baby on, it's which side do I want my rings on. So I want my rings on my right shoulder, so I'm going to hold the rings in my right hand with the tail going to the right. Then I take my left arm in the pouch and put it over my head. I'm going to spread the fabric across my back by grabbing this edge on top and washing my back, and then this edge on bottom and washing my back. I like the shoulder spread, so I'm going to go ahead and pull that down now. And so I want to make sure I have enough room for my baby. And I'm working with newborn twins today, so these guys are 6 weeks old and about 8 pounds, so this should be a good representation of doing a ring sling with a brand new newborn. So I'm going to pull all of that fabric down and I'm going to pick up the babies. Baby in vert position on the opposite shoulder of the rings. I'm going to put my arm under the sling fabric and welcome baby's legs through and settle baby on my body where I want them to go. So I want baby in a nice spread squat position so that their bum is lower than their knees. So I settle baby nice and centered, kissable, in the position that I want them in with the fabric all underneath their knees. And then I'm going to take this edge of fabric and pull it up baby's back. I want to have enough that I could cover the head, but I don't, and I settle it at the nape of the neck. And then at this point, I go between us and bring the fabric from behind me, pull any slack that's behind your back into this knee. And then I take it and I go under their diaper in front of their belly. And then I take this knee and I pull any extra slack out. So the knees are nice and bent, and that fabric goes all the way from my shoulder straight across my back into the knee, hi buddy, in front of the belly and into the other knee. And then I come to my rings and I tighten that slack out. Now I need to tighten slack from other parts of the sling. So with a newborn, we want a nice C curve to the spine. We don't want to remove that curve. So what we're going to do is we're going to support this natural position the baby's in. Pull the slack from behind you, the front, and then you want to tighten, instead of pulling down, tighten toward the fabric that's coming into the rings. So I'm going to go top to the top edge, middle to the bum, down, and then this to this bottom edge. So I've got a nice supported spine. And you may say, well, my baby's going to fall asleep and their head's going to flop back or forward. You can support the nape of the neck by taking this tail and you can twist it. Hi, buddies. He's got really good head control for 5 weeks or 6 weeks. So you can take that little extra fabric that you have in that top rail and put it underneath. If you'd rather use your tail for a nursing cover or to cover your rings, you can do that. You would just take a washcloth. Take a washcloth and you can roll it up, or a burp cloth or whatever you have. Hi, buddies. And you can roll that under the top edge as well. So you've got a nice little neck pillow so that when baby falls asleep, they'll be supported. Hi, buddies. So you see he's got his knees bent higher than his bum. He's got a little hammock that he's sitting on. Neck is supported, spine is curved. And you want to be able to see the nose and mouth and make sure the chin is not on the chest. And that's how you wear your newborn in a ring sling. I'm going to show you how I take the baby out of the ring sling. So you would take out your neck roll if you have one. Baby's still supported. And then you will lift up on the center of the rings. So you don't ever have to take a hand off of baby. You lift up on the center of the rings and that loosens it. And then you can take it out from under their bum, switch hands, and support your baby. Buddy. And then take the rings in the other hand and over your head. And that's how you take the ring sling off.